Amazon has absolutely snubbed New Zealand. Amazon is moving the Lord of the Rings production from New Zealand to the UK. I'm just going to say straight from the off, I live in the UK. I don't know where they're going to film this, which is going to look anything remotely like New Zealand. Maybe the Scottish Highlands, but even then, it's not the same. Maybe Wales, but again, it's not the same. There is absolutely nothing which can replicate and look even closely similar to New Zealand in the UK. There just isn't. There are some beautiful, beautiful locations in the UK. Mark my words, there absolutely is. But something which resembles New Zealand? No. Nope. Nothing as expansive as that. Now, this is a snub to do with New Zealand's handling of COVID. They have shut down their borders. They are tackling the virus with an elimination tactic. Nigh on impossible, but fill your boots, love. Keep going, I guess. You won't. You won't be able to if you're going to ever have open borders again. You just can't. It's nigh on impossible. If you don't have open borders, you don't have an economy. It just is what it is. So the case of all of this is to do with Amazon snubbing them because they are, I guess, high risk to do with their policies on COVID. Whereas the UK, and I'm not saying this is the best tactic either, but I'm just saying that the tactic that the UK has is that film is essential. So you can come and go and film and that's fine. So it's interesting. But yeah, Amazon has basically just gone, yeah, the season one's wrapped. We're moving. See you later. So I've got a bunch of articles here, which is quite interesting. So Amazon Studios' big budget Lord of the Rings TV series is leaving the franchise's long-time home in New Zealand and moving production to the UK. And that's based on the second season. So the so far untitled Lord of the Rings series, which recently wrapped principal photography on Season 1, is scheduled to premiere on Prime Video September 2nd, 2022. And Season 1 post-production is going to continue in New Zealand right the way through. But then, and that's right the way through to June of 2022, actually. And then I'm guessing they're going to ship everyone else off, unless they're using a post-production team in New Zealand that is native to New Zealand. Because otherwise then they'll just ship them out. Because what they're going to do is start Season 2 in the UK in January 1st. So they're really steamrolling ahead with this. Now, they say, and this is why you know it's a snub, because the amount of money that they're spending to do this is insane. But they're saying New Zealand is a higher risk than they are a reward. They are shipping all of the sets that they built to the UK. That's so much money. That is monumental sums of cash. Shipping all of those sets to the UK? Wow. Wow. That's huge. That's massive. Now, it's unclear where exactly in the UK they're going to be shooting this as part of the streaming studio's efforts to expand its footprint in the country. Amazon, which has multiple series filming in the UK, is currently in the process of booking stages to house the sets. They might even build their own studio or stage. You never know. I mean, Pinewood, probably. Rebellion now has a studio, don't they? So maybe they'll contact them. They're not huge, though. The Rebellion studios are fine. I've been there. They're fine. So it'll be interesting. But my God, the money that they're spending on this, yeah, it's a snub. Like, it's 100% a snub. I don't see it as anything else. Now, based in Auckland, the $465 million first season of Lord of the Rings qualified for a 20%. So this is, a lot of people will be up in arms about this, but don't. They're actually doing pretty good stuff here. So qualified for a 20% tax rebate, normal things with film productions. But then they had an increase of to 25%, which is $116 million that they had as a tax rebate. But Amazon's not going to be pursuing the extra 5%, and the statement is as follows. As we look to relocate the production to the UK, we do not intend to actively pursue the Season 1 MOU 5% financial uplift with the New Zealand government or preserve the terms around that agreement. However, we respectfully defer to our partners and will remain in close consultation with them around next steps. You can't really say fairer than that. They did shoot in New Zealand. 20% is norm. Well, not norm, but it is for there, so they are entitled to it. Now, here's the interesting thing. The pandemic, which no one anticipated when the series was first greenlit, impacted the show's production, which is shut down. Virtually all American series were shut down as well. But the onset of the global outbreak in March 2020, and because of how New Zealand has tackled COVID, like I was saying, the elimination tactic, more than half of the cast, because they've just shut down their borders, more than half of the cast are British, and they've had to stay in the country for about 2 years. They can't see their families, can't see their friends. There'll be people that have probably died as well, that they've not been able to go home to the funerals and things like this. They've done a pretty good job staying there for 2 years, and I bet you anything, a bunch of the cast are really disgruntled now and have just said, we want to go. We want to go. And I think it's good that Amazon is choosing to move them. Now anyway, lockdown prevented Amazon executives from visiting the sets as well. That's going to be big, because this is costing a lot of money. And if the Amazon executives can't turn up and critique what's going on and be there handling it, then the confidence goes down the pan. Mega down the pan. So like I said, it's absolutely a snub. 100% a snub. We get this. So a move to the UK will allow the British cast to stay close to home. Meanwhile, the series is expected to hire a new UK-based crew, as the majority of the Season 1 crew were local, based in New Zealand. And also factored into the decision to move production was the opportunity to film in other locations around Europe. So they could probably go to Spain and things like that. And they quote HBO's Game of Thrones. Primary location was in Ireland, filmed in a number of other European countries, including the UK, Spain, Malta, Iceland, and Croatia. Croatia's beautiful, FYI. And then we get this statement from the head of TV at Amazon Studios, and they say this: "We want to thank the people and the government of New Zealand for their hospitality and dedication, and for providing the Lord of the Rings series with an incredible place to begin this epic journey. We are grateful to the New Zealand Film Commission and the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, Tourism New Zealand, Auckland Unlimited, and others for their tremendous collaboration that supported the New Zealand film sector and the local economy during the production of Season 1. You can't say fairer than that, that's fine. But they are a bit butthurt. It's a shame, and I feel for everyone who has put their hearts into this production. Season 2 is expected to begin later in 2022, so our role now is to work hard to keep the Kiwi screen sector employed," said David Strong, the CEO of the New Zealand Film Commission. He said that the series' departure opens the door wider to others to come in. Doesn't though, does it? I mean, it doesn't, really. They're going to be continuing to work closely with government on assisting these productions to shoot in the country. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's a liability. How are they going to do that? So there you go. It's absolutely a snub. I would imagine it's all to do with closed borders and their sort of high-risk outlook on travel, borders, virus. That's how I would view it. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Again, there is nowhere in the UK which resembles New Zealand. So I don't think this move is actually especially good, to be perfectly honest. But they're spending the money. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.